Hey guys, good morning. Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. Hope you're having a spectacular day so far, wherever you are, as we get into day 6 of the January 2021 31-day reboot, body reboot. And apologies up front. I've got a slow connection this morning with the internet. And so my apologies for anything that doesn't look right. I don't know how else to say that. Anyway, again, hope you're doing well. And look, I'm going to keep this really brief today because I've got a short message for you, and I really hope it resonates with you. Let me bring up the page that we are all working on, which is right here. And so, we started off on January 1st, and what I asked you to think about, what's the one thing that you can eliminate from your diet? And just trying to see what that looks like. Okay, it looks pretty good. Whoopsie, come back here. There's all my email, guys. Great. Hold on for a sec. Here we go. So look, one more time, and make sure that is right. Good. So look, the one thing that you can eliminate for the next 31 days, right? We're not talking about for the rest of your life. We're talking about 31 days, the month of January. Well, my wife and I decided this was the thing that we really wanted to focus on for 31 days is no alcohol, the classic dry January, right? And so, and the reason for us is just to kind of clear out the brain. I mean, even if we're drinking one or two somethings a day, it just over time kind of creates that brain fog. Don't sleep as well. At least I don't. Alcohol for me sort of kind of turns into sugar, middle of the night, go to sleep, no problem, but wake up around 2:10 in the morning, kind of wide awake. And so, for us, for the last few nights, just sleeping better. Just getting a bit better, deeper night's sleep, not doing anything different other than we're just doing a dry January. You may be doing something different, right? And I just had a little discussion online through YouTube with someone who's, going, look, I'm eating too much meat. I got too much dairy. I got too much, cheese being dairy, got too much bread, all this stuff. And look, I don't think that you actually need to, drop all these things that we can see here. Right, which is, that's a list of, sorry about that. That's a list of 9 things, with number 10 being, what else could we add? There might be something that you need to add to just eliminate for 31 days. And look, again, like I said before, this is not for the rest of your life. You might come into the 1st of February and go, man, I gave up that one thing. I feel like a gazillion% better. I don't want to go back. So let's at least go for the month of February, and let's see how we feel come March 1st. So, and look, if you need a wingman, right? If you need an accountability partner, if you need someone by your side to kind of, help you through the initial stages of whatever you're giving up, right? In terms of cravings, could be for a few days, could be a week, could be 2 weeks that you've got cravings for that one thing that you're giving up. Hit me up as an accountability partner. You can direct message me on Facebook. You can also shoot me an email, which you can see right here, brent@webtennis.com. And I'm happy to, if you need to do it on a daily basis or twice a day, whatever it is, I am here for you. So look, throughout these first few days of January, we are going through, actually, the things recently have been quotes from this book, James Clear, Atomic Habits. If you haven't gotten that book, I highly recommend it, because really what we're working on here are just building good habits. And it could be that building good habits is just eliminating something. It's a habit that we build every day. And rather than trying to white knuckle it so that it becomes a lifestyle. It's not something that you're just resisting each and every day, but after you get through the craving stage, it now becomes a habit. So look, here's the message for today, is to crack a good sweat. And what I mean by that is that I really believe if you're going to do a reboot with a body, if you're going to do a reset, that part of it has got to be, you got to get out there and move, right? You cannot just be standing on the sidelines giving up that one thing. That's going to help for sure. But I think in the end, what you're going to find is that, darn it, here we go. I think in the end, what you're going to find is that if you will give up that one thing for 31 days and add to it, making sure that you're getting out and moving on a daily basis. And it doesn't have to be crazy, right? You don't have to. I mean, like yesterday, I got out there with Owen. We did and look, it's warm here now. It's hitting mid 70s every day, and it's spectacular weather. And we go through our drill session. We went for about 75 minutes. Actually, I think we did it for an hour and a half yesterday, to tell you the truth. And sweating like a dog, right? And come home, do a lunch, and then go out there around 2 o'clock yesterday. It's still warm. It's perfect. There's no one else out there. Well, there's a couple guys out there. Got to tip my hat to the great Dave Doherty, who was on another court behind me on a grass court, hitting serves, right? And I think Dave said that was his third thing he'd done yesterday. He played some tennis in the morning. He'd gone to the gym for the personal trainer. And then in the afternoon, he was out there hitting serves. So, and then I went out for a little bit over an hour yesterday, just hit some tennis balls, right? I've got a little bag of balls. I think there's like, I don't know, 40 balls in there. And I just drop and hit forehands, drop and hit backhands. I hit probably 75 serves. And in between all that, I'm doing some sprints, and I'm, doing some other core work. So you don't have to be that crazy. I know all that stuff's insane. And, when we did this reboot a few years ago, I laid out and I'm never going to do it again because it kind of scared some people away, going, you're crazy. You're insane for doing all that. And so I'm going, well, okay. But for me, I like it, right? A lot of people don't like to sweat. I like to sweat. I feel like I'm kind of pumping out the poisons. I don't care how good my diet is. I don't care, supplement wise, how great it is. I just kind of feel like the environment we're all in, that there are some toxins getting into the body, and I like to pump them out. At least that's my non-medical sense of what's going on. So look, you don't have to be crazy, but I do highly recommend it every day, whether you feel like it or not, that you get out there and move. You get a little exercise. And look, it could be that you just get out there and do a power walk for 20 minutes, for 30 minutes, and get away from the work, get away from whatever's going on in the day, get some music going, get the headphones on, and just get away and get the heart rate going. Now, listen, I got to condition every time I talk about exercise, I got to condition it by, if you think you need to, go talk to your doctor. If you've got some issue, some health issue, that getting some exercise, raising your heart rate might be problematic, then look, go talk to someone, go talk to your doctor, and make sure that that you get the clearance to do so. But if you're not in that, if you don't feel that, then look, get out there today, get off the couch, look, we all know that sitting, right? I'm standing up. I used to sit, I've got one of these raised desks and I stand up. I've got a cushioned little mat here, but I used to sit for work, and look, I'm in front of the computer, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours a day. And I've got the web tennis business, and I've got another business with my health and wellness stuff. And so I'm in front of the laptop probably 3 or 4 hours a day. And I used to sit. And look, there are studies that suggest that if you're sitting X number of hours a day, you shorten your life by years. So don't quote me on that, but that's something that I've read. And I guess we can't believe everything we read. But what's to say that, because I know that even if that's not true, what I do know is that by sitting, my hamstrings are just getting tighter and tighter and tighter. My lower back is getting crunched. And so I stand. And what I like about the standing thing at work is that I can get up and just walk around the house for 60 seconds, right? Just kind of take a little break. Anyway, I don't know how else to say it. Get out there and crack a good sweat every day, and just do it during this month. If you're, if you're not the kind of person, or if you're the kind of person that really doesn't like to get out there and get exercise, or doesn't want to crack a sweat, then I just encourage you to do it for 31 days, right? For the month of January. And just after, come February 1st, reevaluate, see if you don't feel better, right? I'm betting that you will. And I know, look, a lot of people will say, well, I got this bum knee, or I got this bum hip, or I got this or that, it's temporary or it's permanent. All right. What else could you do? If you've got a bum knee and you can't go out there and, and I'm not a big runner, used to be, I'm not anymore. But if that's not possible, then get a stationary bike, or go, get a road bike. Or just go out there, like I said, and just power walk, or do something, or get in the treadmill, or get on the elliptical. And I know a lot of gyms are closed right now, so for a lot of people, that's not an option. But you got to get creative. And look, I mean, when we're in Steamboat in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, late last spring, all summer, and all fall, until the end of October. I mean, there was, October, it gets cold. It's 7,000 feet there, and it's starting to get cold. And yet I'm getting bundled up, and I'm going out there, and I'm hiking, and I'm cracking a good sweat, and it's 25 degrees outside. Look, the temperature outside should not make a difference. The one thing I was a little concerned about on some days is the ice. So you got to be careful with that. If you're in a cold weather climate right now, and you don't really care about the temperature, but ice is a factor, you might want to think a little bit about that one. But Maya and I would go out after a big snowfall, and we just work through 6 inches of snow, loving it. So I think exercise is a habit. It's a habit muscle that you got to build over time if you're not doing it now. Mine's been built over decades. And I know a lot of people go, oh God, sweating. Oh God, ooh, no. And I just go, okay. I like that. I like the gusher. I like to get on the stationary bike on my days off from tennis. And I just like to pour. I mean, really, I feel like I'm cleansing the body on that day. So that's my recommendation for today. Build the exercise habit in terms of sweating. It's one thing. I mean, look, if you're lifting weights, if that's all you do, I guess that's better than not sweating at all. And yeah, man, the Easy Lion kettlebells are good for cardio, no question. I've got a set of kettlebells here. I love them. They're so great for the core. And they're so great for just balance and stability. And definitely, if you do them in certain ways, you can get some cardio going. And what is cardio? I mean, cardio is getting the heart rate up. And so get creative. If you want suggestions, let me know. And it could be suggestions based on well, I've got a bad knee, got a bad ankle, got a bad butt. I don't know, got a bad something. Go ahead and direct message me on Facebook, or you can send me an email, brand@webtennis.com. And I'm more than happy to spend a little time, whether we get on the phone or we just text back and forth or whatever it is. I'm happy to give you some suggestions on what you might be able to do if your sources are limited to being able to crack a good sweat today. And then the other thing is, because of cracking a good sweat for me on a daily basis, what do? Well, I'm creating all this inflammation in my body. Even though we have a good diet, I still create a lot of inflammation. And what I used to do to overcome it every day was take 2 or 3 ibuprofen, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes before I'd go out for either playing tennis or go to the gym or whatever. And that would work. It's a miracle drug. Ibuprofen, a miracle drug. But in the back of my mind, and talking to a lot of people and reading enough, research, you kind of come away with, this is not a great long-term solution for my body, right? Drugs. And so for years and years, I was taking copious amounts of high quality vitamins. I was getting great nutrition, but I wasn't getting the result that I wanted, which was I want these things to help me replace ibuprofen until last April. And last April of 2020, ran into a guy, world-class cyclist. He recommended plant-based, organic plant-based superfood supplements, not a diet, but supplements, and not a drug, right? So look, I tried them within about 10 days. I was done with ibuprofen. So it's been 9 months, I guess. Yeah, I think that's right. 9 months since I've had to take any ibuprofen to knock off my systemic soreness and inflammation because of these plant-based supplements. If you want to know more, if you're interested in it, just go ahead and hit me up over at Brent@webtennis.com, or you can direct message me on Facebook as well. More than happy to send you a list of what I'm taking. And, it could be for you too. It's not inflammation. Might be something else. Might be recovery, right? You might be into cracking a great sweat every day, and you're looking for, what can I do to help start the recovery process so that tomorrow I can go out and do the same thing as I did today. Could be better sleep. It could be better energy, a non-buzzy, caffeinated type of baloney energy that these energy drinks, all this stuff. So look, guys, if you've got any health issues that you want to see if what I'm taking might help you, let me know. Direct message me or Brent@webtennis.com. With that said, get out there today and crack a good sweat. Just do it. And in the meantime, until I see you tomorrow, get out there. Help someone else have a great day. And guys, I will see you again tomorrow.